Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to transcribe photos on BillionGraves.com. So when you first get to the website, you'll go ahead and log in, and you can transcribe photos that you have taken or photos that other people have taken. So if you're just not into going to the cemetery and taking pictures, that's okay. There's still ways that you can contribute. But once you log in, it takes you to this homepage right here. And this is pretty cool. It shows you the people, how many people you've helped, and it tells you right here how they calculate it. It's pretty amazing. But you can see that, I've got a lot of people, but I have not actually uploaded that many pictures before yesterday. Yesterday I did 61. So prior to that, I had only done like 30 photos-ish. And it's just incredible to think how many people you can help with just a small amount of work on your part. I only took photos last night for 15 minutes and I got 61 done. So it's pretty quick. But anyway, if you have your own photos, you just scroll down to the My Photos section. If you don't, you can just click on this transcribe button right here, and you can transcribe photos that other people have taken pictures of, but haven't had time to transcribe them. So you click on your cemetery and it'll go ahead and pull up all of, oops, I didn't click on the photo. I clicked on the name of the cemetery. So you got to click on the photo part and it'll pull up all of your photos that you've taken. And in the upper right hand corner where that pencil is, that just means that it's ready for you to transcribe. The ones that don't have them are ones that I have already done. And you just go ahead and click on the picture and it'll pull up a page for you to transcribe. Now I'm going to show you this one because it has a lot of, it's a great training one. It shows you a lot of different things that you might run across. Now, I took these in the children's section of the cemetery. And so these are all infants. And the reason I'm telling you that is because you can see there's two people on this headstone, and one of them only has one date. And that is because he was born, they're twins, see they were born the same date, but there's no death date, which means that he also died the same day. And this one has the death date right here. Now, if you are not in a children's section and there's two people and there's only one date, it could mean that it's the birth date and that they're still living. This is often found in husband-wife burials. If there's only one date, it typically means that one spouse has passed away and there's a spot there for the other spouse who is still living. So you would just put that date in the birth section and leave the death section empty. But we'll go ahead and start with the given name, which is the first name. And we're going to start with Michael. Okay, and if he had a middle name, we would also put that in the given names. Now, the first time that you log in, an information screen will actually pop up that shows you how to transcribe these different fields. But if you ever have a question about what you're supposed to put in one of the boxes, you just come over here to the help section and click on that. And then this is the box, and it'll help you with any like weird situations you might come across. Like we talked about the dates, it explains all that there. So you don't have to remember everything. Just do your best. And when you have a question, head over there or rewatch my video. Either way. Now, on the family name part, that is where you will put the last name. And these boys were twins. They share the same last name of Warren. And Michael only lived the one day. So we're going to go ahead and put in his information. And we'll put the same date for the death date also. Just like this. Oh, look what I did there. You know what I did is I just clicked on the next one over. You actually have to select it. Like if you type it in instead of scrolling through, you have to select it for it to keep the date. So that's important. Oops. Right. And then once I have all the information added for that person, I click on Add Person. And you will see up at the top, we've got the record for Michael, and it scrolled us down to a new spot right here. So now we're going to put in the brother, which is Nicholas. And he has, of course, the same last name. And we'll go ahead and put in the month and the day. the death date will be that second date there, September 18th. All right, and then you don't need to click on add person again because you've already filled out the 2 spots. There's not a third person, so we don't need to click add person again. When we are all done, what we'll do is we'll just come up here to the save button. But you may notice that there are other spots here. Here we have the advanced mode, and if you click on that, it gives you a spot to put the marriage date. So often if a husband and wife are buried together, they will sometimes include the marriage date, so you can add that as well. And right over here, the epitaph is anything else that is written on the gravestone. So right here, if we wanted to, we could click on that, and then we could type in forever loved. And when we're all done putting information in, we just click on the save button and it saves everything that you have put in. Now this is really cool because BillionGraves actually connects their records to Family Search. Now what it does is it searches their system and it tries to match up the people with same names. Now while this name is the same, you can see here that this was also an infant, but the dates are very far off. They are not even close. Now, if it was close, but it wasn't the same and you're not sure, just leave it alone, okay? But this is clearly not the same person, even though it's the same location, very similar name, the years are just too far off, so we're gonna reject. Okay, and then here's another one that it's trying to match up with, and see this one, the spelling is exactly the same. We've got our BillionGraves record here and our Family Search record here. They're spelled the same, but there's no birth or death date. We're not sure, so we're not going to accept or reject it. We're just gonna leave it alone. And we will X out of that. And now we have all of our information entered, and we can just click next, and it'll take you to the next photo that is ready to be transcribed. So hopefully this has been helpful. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments.